I'm Amber Davies and welcome to Call to Stage. This is the space where musical theatre takes centre stage. From unforgettable backstage stories with incredible special guests to insights from my life and my theatre journey. We're leaving it all on the mic every single week, so let's jump in. Hi guys, welcome back to Call to Stage, Gatsby Edition with me, Amber Davies. I have a superstar sitting next to me. We like to call him Jobbins, but we've got the wonderful Jon Robyns with us today. Hi, darling.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well. Yeah, I get Jobbins. I get full named. I get Jon Robyns quite a lot.
It's because we've got John Owen Jones in the cast as well.
Yeah, but even when I've done other things, I think it's just one of those names that rolls off the tongue as a full name.
Yeah. Has people called you Jobbins before?
Jobbins, yeah.
Oh,
I've
I started that.
I get Ron Jobbins as well. That quite a lot.
Ron Jobbins, okay.
Yeah, but I love that you call me Jobbins. It's
Jobs.
Fun. Yeah, fun.
Jobstar. Just context, we've had a day off yesterday. We start our 8-show week tonight. Feeling well rested?
I feel fine, but it's really odd having Tuesdays off.
I know.
We're recording on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And having a Tuesday off means you're out of sync with the rest of the world and what you've learnt for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you think, weekend is the middle of the week now. And Tuesdays...
Hump Day's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hump Day's Friday.
Hump Day's Friday when everyone else is coming down off. So you're sort of out of sync with the rest of the world. So it's very odd.
You are, and your family.
And my family. Yeah, well, I never see them anyway. It's fine.
Okay. We're going to talk all things Gatsby first.
Okay.
And then we'll deep delve into your incredible career.
I think I'm just old.
No, you're not old. The stuff you've done is like actually remarkable. Pre-show ritual as Tom Buchanan.
As Tom?
Yeah.
Well, nothing specific for this one. It's a pretty princessy track. Yeah. So, you're doing all the work in New Money and Jamie's doing all the work and everyone else except me is doing all the work. Rachel's doing all the work.
Rachel's got a bit of a princess
Corbyn's
track.
doing all the work.
Yeah.
He's in every scene.
Corbyn's taking the heavy weight there, isn't he?
So I don't have to worry about being particularly vocally flexible or anything. So Gatsby is a pretty easy one. I mean, putting on my riding boots is always a fun thing. I wore those in rehearsals and everyone sort of got excited about them.
They are cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah, my favourite outfit of yours is your opening outfit. I love it. You do have a ritual for the interval.
You mean coming in and stealing sweets from you?
So I have a communal box suite in my dressing room, which is open to everyone at any time. And I will guarantee 4 or 5 shows out of 8, I'll get a knock. Jobbins will be coming in for sweets.
I promise you I'll replace them at the end of the run.
No,
I feel
it's for
like
everyone. Do you see my box keeps getting bigger and bigger because I just keep refilling it?
It's great. No, you are a social hub for the company and I appreciate it.
My room is like Trafalgar Square sometimes.
It's beautiful.
And then quickly I want to touch base on Mount View. Mm-hmm. You trained at Mount View.
I did.
Wow, I didn't know that. I found that out this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Did you love it?
I did love it. The Mount View that I trained at was a slightly different one than exists now. Mount View is now based in Peckham, and they're in a purpose-built, beautiful, relatively new, I think it's only 5 or 6 years old building. When I trained, it was in Wood Green in North London, and it was converted from a gasworks and studios that were completely renovated from this old factory, and it was earthy, I think, and
okay.
urban.
I remember it being in Wood Green.
Yeah. Oh, did you go there?
No,
I didn't
even audition there. No, I lived in Wood Green.
Oh, you did?
Whilst it was there.
Oh, yeah. It was not nice.
No.
It was not a nice place, but the training was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it felt as though you could be creative because you were surrounded by so much real life. There was no glitz about it.
No.
Which was great.
And what made you want to go to Mount View?
I had a singing teacher when I lived in Wales. I know you're Welsh and you love Welsh things, so Cymru am byth. And he suggested that I go and look at musical theatre courses because I was training to be an opera singer.
Oh.
Yeah, because I came up through Welsh National Youth Opera and National Youth Choir, and I was going to do classical singing. And he said, well, classical courses generally take older students. So why don't you think about doing musical theatre first, and then if you still want to do opera later. And he took me, Tim Rhys-Evans is the singing teacher we're talking about, who was amazing. And he took me to a friend of his that taught at Mountview at the time, to see whether I was sort of at the standard that we thought. And she said, yeah, you can definitely audition for this. And then I auditioned for 3 or 4 other places there, Rose Bruford, one in Birmingham, Welsh College, and LIPA in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I got into LIPA first, and was about to accept that place, and then Mountview offered me a scholarship.
Oh, wow.
So I went for almost free to Mountview on a scholarship, because I wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise.
No, me too. Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I'd love to say it was for, the artistic things, but it was finance, really.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I love that. Also, you were just talking then, because I had no idea you wanted to be an opera singer. That reflects in moments of your career for sure. But is Tom one of the roles that is predominantly actor based?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm doing a play.
Yeah. Like you do sing.
I mean, ish. I do the plaza scene that we all love.
That it literally is the only bit you sing, right?
Yeah, and it's recitative. It's not a solo. It's not a song. It's not an opera. It's
11
not an
o'clock
aria.
number.
It's not an 11 o'clock number, right? It's not New Money where you're leading a big number, or Past Is Catching Up to Me, like that. I think about it as the scene doesn't change from speaking to singing.
Yeah.
That's why the acting always gets prioritized. But sure, I'm, speaking, and then we'll just take it onto a note, and then there's no difference in the psychological process of it.
Yeah.
But
and are you enjoying giving your voice a bit of a rest, or are you like, I must sing now?
It's funny. I was really looking forward. I mean, I did the last 2 parts I did before Gatsby was Phantom and Valjean, and they are about as big a sing as it gets.
Yeah.
And so I was really looking forward to doing a show where I wouldn't worry about it, and I am enjoying it. We're having such a good time. We are having such a good time doing Gatsby. I can't even tell you.
The gun to his head.
Oh my God. No, we are. It's the best. Aren't we having the best time?
Yeah.
I mean, we really are.
Yeah.
I did say to Corbin the other day, I said, I could just do with just letting rip in my voice just a bit.
Yeah. Just a
bit. I'll do it in warm up just for fun.
Yeah.
But no, it's a new challenge for me, because most of my career has been, for the want of a more technical way of putting it, big singing.
Yeah.
And so this is not singing really for me.
No.
And it's nice to sort of stretch that other muscle.
Yeah. And do you feel like you are enjoying it in the fact like you would potentially do plays in the future, or are you like...
Yeah, I'd love to do more plays. I've only done 3. And I find the UK theatre casting industry slightly pigeonholes us. So moving from TV to film to plays to musicals that can be challenging. Yeah.
So,
I mean, 20 years of doing this, I've mostly done musicals, which I love, and that's what I trained in, and that's what I love doing.
And butter,
it's my bread and butter. It's good. It's been fun. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd like to do
Can I just tell you a secret about Jon Robyns? Jon loves dancing. You do.
I'm not good at it.
You love dancing. I can see it brings you joy.
I love it. It's great. Yeah, it's great. It moves you literally, and I wish I was better at it, but I'm not.
Well, there's a section I need to work on the routine.
Yeah, sure.
But in the opening of Gatsby, Jon and I enter from the same side of stage for our scene. So we stand there and we have our own little routine for the opening, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And you're a very good teacher.
Thank you.
And you give very constructive notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
But I haven't been there for a while.
No, we do it when we do it.
We do it when we do it. Sometimes I'm side stage, sometimes I'm not. It really just depends on the day. Sometimes I'm still in my dressing room. Audition process for Tom.
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
Nothing major. I think because there were reduced requirements in terms of dancing and singing, it was pretty much more or less the whole part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, I do 5 scenes or something. Not the Met. We didn't do the Met.
No.
For those of you that know the show. But the first Wilson and the third Wilson, and then the opening scene.
Okay.
But it was, did
you see that in your audition?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh wow.
Because it's just how condescending can I possibly be?
Yeah.
With
when you were like reaching like notes as Tom, what would be your top 3 names you'd give him?
Oh well, condescending.
Yeah.
Prejudice, and misogynistic.
Yeah.
He's horrendous.
Did you have to dig deep?
I wish I had to dig deep, Amber. I really wish I had to. No, I mean, I kept getting these, surprised comments from Mark, our director, saying, this is really great. It's really easy for you. And you're doing it so well. I was like, this is embarrassingly easy. I wish.
But I think when it comes to us and our characters, as in the principals, you are least like yours.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
you really have to act.
I do a bit, but I mean, the book fleshes him out really well. The script gives us lots to play off, and because you guys are all such top draw actors, it's just about playing tennis.
Yeah.
So, if I hit something at you, you are always awake enough to hit it back in a different way. The same with everyone else on stage.
Yeah.
So the acting side of it comes really easily because I don't really have to think much. My challenge to myself was, how bigger can I be without someone going, that's too far?
Yeah.
And no one said that yet.
No.
So just keep going.
Yeah. There was a moment on stage maybe a month ago where do you remember you grabbed my arm?
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
But we're all very much like that.
Yeah.
Like, we do this plaza scene in Act 2 where it's John's moment. It's Tom's, he dictates it, or very much like leader of that pack, And honestly, I've never seen you do it the same twice.
Well, I can't. I'm not one of those actors that plots it out and then has to relive that.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene is going to be dictated by how I was feeling earlier in the day before the show and how the show's gone up until that point.
Yeah.
And also what you guys do. You click in my face occasionally, or you poke me in the shoulder. Jamie will tap me on the shoulder or laugh or look me up and down in a certain way, and that's going to adjust me. And I think that makes it more visceral and more entertaining for the audience as well.
Yeah.
But I love doing that scene. I look forward to it every show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unless I sneeze.
Should we talk about the sneeze?
Oh God!
Oh, it's going in my top 10
moments in
my career. It's going in there because, I mean, we all felt like we were going to die with laughing.
Yeah. Trying to not laugh was one of the most painful, emotionally draining moments. It is so painful. How can you describe like that feeling of you're not allowed to laugh, you're not allowed to break?
It's like shaking up a fizzy can and then not opening it.
Yeah.
You can just feel the tension of it on the outside. Like, I honestly thought Frankie was going to throw up.
Yeah.
She was.
Jamie was great. You were making lots of laughing choices,
Laughing choices.
Like every one of your lines would start with like a cheeky little laugh.
Just to get it out. Just the valve. Just release valve just a little bit.
And all that happened was I sneezed at the start of the scene, and John turned to me and blessed me.
But I'm holding a glass of whiskey, which he is for the whole show.
Yeah.
Glass of whiskey, I just hit. That's like, bless you. And then we carry on with the scene, and oh God,
it was painful.
It was painful.
None of us could look at each other either. Like, we were just like.
Oh, that's why you show up to work. That's why you train.
Yeah.
People think it's not. It's for those.
It's for those moments. Right. If you could swap characters with anyone in Gatsby, who would it be?
It's a very good question. Do I have to stick to my gender?
Nope.
I'll take Myrtle.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
They have written Myrtle probably the best story arc, and she's got some of the best numbers, I think, as well.
Yeah.
One
Way Road.
It might just be because we get to listen to Rachel do it.
I know.
I think I'd like to just be Rachel. I'm not sure I want to be Myrtle.
Yeah. Me, Corbin, and Jon Robyns sit in our car. In your car, sorry. In your car.
Carbon blue is what we call it.
Carbon blue.
Corbin blue.
And
Carbon blue.
we listen to Rachel sing One Way Road, sitting in a car with loads of mist in our face, and it just never gets old, does it?
No. It's fantastic. What are we calling her the other day? The midwife, because she always delivers?
Always delivers.
Always delivers.
Favourite thing about Gatsby?
You!
I knew it. My sweet jar.
The sweet jar.
Yeah.
The favourite thing about Gatsby is, the favourite thing about all the jobs that I've loved is the company, the people there. The general vibe in this building is more fun, and everyone is committed to two things: delivering the top class show that we delivered in rehearsals, and having as big a laugh as we can possibly have in between moments.
Yeah.
And the combination of that, having the experience and the professionalism throughout the company to be able to deliver both things, is unusual.
Yeah.
And I think I've only come across that maybe twice before in my career. So
we're very lucky.
We're incredibly lucky. And I will desperately miss it when we finish in September.
I think there is something as well about the fact that it's a limited run. It's not. We're not looking at our clocks thinking, bloody hell, we got 9 months left.
Well, like the company manager the other day, didn't he? He said, we're halfway through the contract. And everyone went, oh.
Everyone went, oh.
Everyone went, oh, that's sad. And that's a real barometer of how people feel. Because I've got to the halfway mark of
many a
show, many a contract. And people have gone, oh, only half. God's sake.
Yeah,
and
God.
Yeah.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. But no, it's a joy. I love showing up to work.
Yeah, good. I like that. Worst thing about Gatsby.
The worst thing about Gatsby.
The Tuesday off.
The Tuesday off doesn't help.
What about me calling you at 10:45 to do a TikTok?
I don't understand TikTok. I'm 42.
Guys, listen to this, right?
I didn't make the edit.
You didn't make the edit.
No, I didn't even make the edit.
I did a TikTok where I was, right, let's call the cast of Gatsby to say goodnight. I called John. He doesn't answer. And I was like, right, okay. Bearing in mind, I think I called you at 10:30.
Yeah.
Right? I get a call back. And I was like, Ben, record. Jon Robyns is calling me back. I answer the phone. He goes, Amber, it's 11:15. What do you want? I was like, okay, bye. I was I was just calling to say goodnight.
I'm a bear. I have to get my sleep, otherwise I get a sore head and I'm very cross and grizzly.
I know. And the thing is, he does have kids.
I do.
I didn't call Joel because he has a baby at home, but I just didn't take you into consideration.
Yeah, my kids go to sleep later than me. It's fine. They're teenagers now, so it's like
truly. I called John Owen Jones and he texted me saying, I'm old, don't call me at this time.
See? We're just old,
And then he came to me in warm-up the next day and he said, lucky I didn't answer. My wife would have had some questions about that.
Yeah.
Your first ever job was a tour.
Yes, it was.
First cover Chris in Miss Saigon.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I've heard you speak about Miss Saigon before. One of my favourite musicals. Was it everything you needed it to be as a first job and an entrance into the professional world?
Oh, sure. I mean, I think every actor would say that you don't really start learning how to do this until you actually start doing it.
Yeah.
And I learnt so much on that job in that first year that I wouldn't even think to ask whilst I was training about being a professional, about learning to deal with touring. I mean, God, touring as opposed to being in the West End is a totally different beast.
Yeah.
About how to conduct yourself with your peers, about how to conduct yourself with the entire company that aren't the acting company, just so much. And it comes at you real quick. And I got a telling off at one point. Matt Henry, who was
love Matt.
in our cast, just sort of took me to one side, and telling off's the wrong phrase. He just sort of went, look, you're not conducting yourself properly. You're being too arrogant. You're doing this. You're putting yourself forward, and it's putting people out. You're not thinking about how other people see you. So you need to, and it's important. And I needed to hear that.
Wow. So he He gave you an olive branch there.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't think I was very popular on that tour. But that's okay. It's important to go through those phases too.
Growth is great.
Growth is great. But we only learn from making mistakes. So, it's important to have someone like that. And now we're incredibly good friends. We're incredibly close. But it does take some time to learn those things.
Yeah.
And also,
Sorry.
I don't think I was as appreciative of it as I should have been, because I hadn't yet graduated college when I got the job.
Okay.
So I auditioned for it during our third year and got it, and then had, 2 months off, and then started rehearsals. Went straight into rehearsals, went straight through it, and was just like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
This is easy. And I only think I got appreciation for it at the end of that job when I wasn't renewed for the second year.
Oh, were you not?
No. Well, there's a story with that. I wasn't renewed for the second year, and then I thought, oh, hang on, what have I done wrong? And I hadn't done anything wrong. That's just the industry sometimes. Sometimes you don't get renewed.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me since, and I have since learned to deal with it from things like that. But yeah, I didn't get renewed, and then I went back to cover a guy who was ill, and that's when I was alternate Chris.
Okay.
So I got to do the Chris role loads of times. I think I'm still the youngest person to do it.
Wow.
I was 20.
Wow. That can definitely go in our Instagram caption.
Possibly. That sounds like something someone needs to research and get back to us about.
No, I just think who needs to Google?
Who needs? No, it's just
if
fine.
we've got your brain,
We don't need
we'll take your
facts.
word.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not going to go through your career chronologically,
Okay.
but there's certain things I want to hit.
Let's do it.
And then I have a whole list of incredible things that you've done. OG cast, Avenue Q.
Yes.
Star-studded cast at the Noel Coward.
It was something else. That's one of the only other jobs like Gatsby where you could throw the ball to anybody. I mean, that company was Simon Lipkin, Giles Terrera, Claire Foster, Julie Atherton, Anne Harada came over from Broadway from the original Broadway company, Sean Lloyd, and then the covers were Matt Henry, Luke Evans, who is a massive big old movie star, Gabriel Vick, who's Mrs. Doubtfire recently. So many of them, and that show required a teamwork mentality. It needed it, and then we did the reunion.
Just to thingy was this your first leading role?
It was my first West End
leading role.
Yeah, it was my first West End. Full stop.
Okay, wow. And you were playing the principal.
Yeah, I was playing Princeton. Yeah,
Flipping out.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm not sure I appreciated it, but I think between Miss Saigon and Avenue Q, I went to Germany to do Rent.
Yes, you did.
So that's
on my list.
That was my first leading role, principal role. But I'm so glad that I covered first.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's the importance to you? Why are you glad?
Why? Because you get a greater appreciation for what understudies are required to do daily and the mentality that goes into it. And also you get an appreciation for what a part feels like when you don't do it every day. I needed that when I went back and did alternate in Memphis in 2014. And I had that mentality in my head, and so I knew what that was. And I've always loved the teamwork element of what we do.
Yeah.
And you can't properly appreciate what teamwork is unless you've been in several different positions of that team. So, I'm really glad that I got to cover first.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avenue Q was my first debut, yeah.
It was all downhill from there, wasn't it?
No.
Let's talk about Les Mis. Now, Les Mis has been a massive, massive part of your life and your career.
Yeah.
From Marius to Enjolras, Jean Valjean. So you played Enjolras on the 25th anniversary?
I did.
Wow, epic. Like, how would you even describe your Les Mis kind of era?
It's funny. There's a 9-year gap between Enjolras and Valjean. How do I feel about it? I feel incredibly lucky that I got to do one of the greatest shows in musical theatre canon. I have a massive affection and appreciation for what the show is and those who've done it. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done it, but it's got to be over 2,000 times, generally. throughout the parts.
Yeah.
There was one weekend where I did it 5 times in 2 days, where the 25th tour that Jamie Moscato and John Owen Jones and I were on, it was the last day of the tour, and we did a 10:30 matinee at the Barbican, a 2:30 later matinee at the Barbican, and then went to the O2 to do the 25th concert full dress run on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we did 2 shows of the O2. So we did it 5 times in 2 days. Wow. That was a lot.
And that's a great fact. Jon Owen Jones, Jon Robyns and Jamie Moscato have worked together before. And Jamie was just a mere ensemble boy, wasn't he?
He was, but this is why I feel so paternal about him.
Yeah.
I met him when he was like 19, 20.
Was he only 19?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. He's a baby.
What am I then? Oh my God, I love that so much. And then Jon Owen Jones was Valjean.
That's right.
Wow.
And a generationally defining Valjean, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And all of my generation, because I feel like I'm the 3rd generation of guy that got to play Valjean. Me, Killian, who else? Dean. The guys that have done it over the last sort of 10 years and are currently doing it. We've sort of grown up with John ringing in our ears in the same way that John grew up with Colm ringing in his ears. And that generational pass down needs to be given respect when you're doing a show like Les Mis.
Yeah.
And respecting what came before it is as important as creating what you want.
I love that. I love that so much. Who was your favourite track to sing in Les Mis?
Probably Valjean, because it has so many different facets to it. The Enjolras is the hardest part in the show.
Is it?
Yeah. And everyone who's done it says so.
Okay.
I think I'm the only guy to play 3.
Yeah. Because you did Marius first.
I did Marius first.
Isn't Marius quite low?
It's not a tenor part. It's a baritone role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it only goes up to like an F or something.
Casual
F. Whereas Valjean goes up to a top B and 2 4 6 this is it's high. But the Enjolras role is hardest because it has the least colours in it. You are required to sound like a trumpet at all times.
Oh.
So vocally, that's quite wearing. It takes its toll on your voice a lot more than the Valjean stuff can be. There's floaty moments, and then there's rough moments, and then there's power moments, and that's tiring. But at least you get to vary it, and you can. The more experienced you get, the more you can figure out, okay, if I'm feeling slightly under vocally today, how am I going to get round this with a slightly different vocal choice? Or do I do this slightly quieter, slightly louder? Do I position it in a different place? The experience.
Yeah.
But actors that play Enjolras are younger and are not as experienced, and I include myself in that when I was 28 and I was doing it. And B, at no point are you allowed to be soft as Enjolras.
Okay.
Enjolras is trumpet all the time, declaring. Everything is a declaration.
Okay.
So it's that's the hardest role.
Wow. Okay. Can I ask, who do you prefer, Jean Valjean or Phantom of the Opera?
That's a question.
3, 2, 1.
Valjean.
Okay. Well, moving on, Phantom.
It's funny. I think they get put together because guys like me and John and, again, Killian and Dean, those guys, have got to do both. Mm-hmm. And I think there's only maybe 15 or 16 guys that have got to do both.
In the world?
In London.
Okay.
That have got to do both in London. I'm sure there are guys that have done both on Broadway, but they get lumped together because there's a crossover of alumni.
Yes.
Also, the Cameron Mackintosh link, and they both get cast by Cameron Mackintosh Company, so that is a crossover.
Yeah.
But in terms of the shows, they could not be more different.
Yeah.
They are about as different as shows get.
Mm-hmm.
But because they came out almost exactly a year apart, like their birthdays are separated by 366 days or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're both October 85 and October 86.
Lovely couple of years for Cam Mac.
Oh man, yes, this is what I'm talking
Dollar
about.
bills everywhere.
Yeah, man, the money going around in the 80s and 90s was mad.
Yeah.
But because they've got all these links, people think of them as being sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
And what I discovered, because I'd never done Phantom until I played Phantom, was I was like, oh, this is just like Les Mis but different. Not.
No.
About as different as it gets. Different stylistically, different vocally, different structure, physically, everything you could think about was different. Different in terms of how the company operates. Les Mis is in that RSC tradition, an ensemble piece. Everyone does various different roles. Everyone's doing everything all together. Off we go. Phantom is compartmented, like the ballet girls and the male ensemble and the female ensemble and the managers and Christine and Raoul and Phantom, and they're all in their own separate bits. So it doesn't quite have the company feel, and when you're playing Phantom, you're separated even more. So I found it a little bit lonely.
I was going to say, a couple of people have said it's a lonely role. Did you audition for Phantom once and just get Phantom?
No, I auditioned for it before 2017, 18 maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And didn't get it then. So
you'd been in once.
Yeah, I'd been in once years before. But I was playing Valjean and Cameron asked me to audition for it. I had his sign off. We needed to get Andrew's sign off.
Okay.
Which he gave, and I got to do it for a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
Wow. And because you said originally your vision, your love was opera.
Yeah.
It surprises me that Phantom, because it's Phantom opera based, yeah. Sort
of. I mean, I dumped the opera mentality quite quickly going in, because it's the opposite mentality to musical theatre. In musical theatre, what you say is more important than how you say it.
Yeah.
And in opera, it's the other way around.
Okay.
They don't really mind, because sometimes it's in a different language. People are listening to the sound
and
of
how
it.
that makes you feel.
Right. Okay. Which is powerful in itself, and not one is better than the other. It's just which genre you're in. So I came at Phantom as an actor first, so what he was saying. But there are moments of it where it's sound painting.
Yeah.
The words are poetry rather than lyrics. So you can't actually apply a narrative thought process like you can with Valjean.
Yeah.
Like you can with a lot of other musicals.
Okay.
So it's a different style of thinking,
I love that. God, you're very, 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 very knowledgeable.
Old, Amber. Just old.
Now I just want to quickly talk about one of my favourite topics ever, Hamilton.
Hamilton. Dun, 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 dun.
Do, 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 do. Wait for it. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb.
Wow, that's in your future.
I think so too.
Yeah. Amber.
King George.
Amber. Come on.
Amber. Did you love it?
Yes, I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
And did you go in after Mike?
Yeah, I was second cast, yeah.
Second cast.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of pressure.
Not really. I mean, sort of.
Not pressure from taking over from Mike, but just how much it blew up.
Well, I mean, I felt like I'd won a competition. I was a fan. I mean, I still am a fan of Hamilton. I think it is the Les Mis of its generation. I think it is a generationally defining show.
It is.
And I think it has changed musical theatre forever. Mm-hmm. And you know that because other shows try to copy it in the same way that in the 90s, a bunch of composers tried to copy Les Mis.
Yeah.
And I would stand in the wings and watch.
Would you?
Oh, God, there was my routine for Hamilton, right? I'd do warm up and then I'd go upstairs and I would change into the provided underwear, and then I would put my warm-up clothes back on, come downstairs, and then get into the circle, like the prayer circle.
Oh.
Before there was in stage right, anyone who started stage right, there was a prayer circle. I hope it's still there. And whether it was secular or whether it was religious, it didn't matter. And everyone would take it in turns to either give a prayer or a thought for the day, or just to touch base and share. And I would do that, and then they would all, everyone except me in that circle, would psych themselves up and go and do one of the most incredible openings ever. And I would stand in the wings and watch, and everyone would be busting their ass doing these incredible vocal turns and dance turns, and I would just stand there going,
Oh. How much did you want to? How much did you want to do that choreo?
So much, so much. I would ruin it, but I would love to do it. And I picked a harmony line and sang along in the wings, and I was just like, and then I'd go up and get dressed in King George.
Get dressed.
Yeah, now that's a princess track.
Yeah, that is a princess track.
Well, a king track, if anything.
Would you go back?
Yeah, I'd love to go back and do it. I would go back any time and do that.
And also, how ironic, you're now sharing a dressing room with the previous King George.
Yeah, it's double king in there. Yeah.
Double king in one dressing room. It's epic. It's like my dream.
We have a lovely time. We're playing a lot of PlayStation and we're doing quizzes. It's great.
Wow. I love it. Before we finish this section of the podcast, I'm going to be asking Jon some Patreon questions after this. I just want to name a couple of other things that Jon's done. Spamalot, tour in town, chess at the Royal Albert Hall, Mark and Rent in Germany, Memphis, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
With your sister?
With my sister.
I would like someone to calculate how many people have got the Davies double.
Yeah, you're definitely 1. Christina from Tech is 2.
Right. Yeah, it's an exclusive club.
Jono and Jones.
Yeah, it's an exclusive
But yeah,
club,
we'll make a list. Someone make a list for us, please.
The Davies double, that's what it's going to be called.
The Davies double. Legally Blonde. Sister Act. The Wedding Singer. Like, these are incredible stuff. What would you say has been the highlight of your career so far?
After this? This.
Yeah. No, it's not.
What's been the highlight of my career? I mean, Valjean was what I always wanted to do growing up. I saw Les Mis when I was 12 for my mum's, 40th birthday or something. And I always wanted to do that. And I got to open it, do it for a couple of months, and then COVID closed it down. And I feel as though the legacy that I've left with that show is I was the COVID Valjean, which sounds like a terrible thing. But actually, I was incredibly proud of it.
Yeah.
Because what COVID gave us, either if you were doing shows either side of it, was a greater, deeper appreciation for what theatre means to people, both doing it and watching it. And so when we brought it back in the concert version after COVID, the responses in the audiences was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. And leading a show that has that legacy behind it and that history behind it at that time was just a privilege. I mean, I felt so lucky that I got to do that. So Valjean's up there, Avenue Q's up there, and Hamilton's up there.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. If you're a Patreon listener, hang about because I'm going to be asking Jon some of your questions. Bye.